Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and today I will be doing a run through of The Consuming Shadow by the wonderful Yahtzee Croshaw, known for the Zero Punctuation series and a couple of books and a couple of games. So let's have a gander on this first run. I've already played for it a couple of times. It's pretty fun, so I've got a couple of bits I can do, but let's give it a go. So yes, we'll just need the progress. February 23rd, 2015. Terrifying visions of ancients swim through my mind, combined with visions of Stonehenge. I estimate 3 days before the barrier breaks down and one of them invades. I have the ability to incant runes in the ancient tongue, and I do not know what incantation sequence will banish the evil, nor do I know which evil to banish. What I do know is that I will never determine these things by sitting here, letting time tick away. So, challenge modes, which I won't activate because I haven't actually. Done that bit. So, right. We can also try and kill ourselves. Yeah, that you actually try and could actually potentially kill yourself with this. So, we can also place our star sign to give us different, like, buffs. Ah, there's the half one. All these are random. Never noticed that. Get a good spot to give us a decent health and a good spell chance. Let's have a look. Great. Look for the intel in cursed towns. Restock at safe towns. You might have some immediate headway if you went to Waterton. So, with that, we are going to head to. Oh, we're already in Waterton. Oh no, we're just outside Waterton. And we fast forward to Waterton. Taint upon this town brings to mind the work of a medieval plague. There are people wandering the streets, bent almost double as if invisible weight clings to their backs. I saw a tarpaulin, god damn it, tarpaulin in the street covered a huge mass of what's something that once had been in a limb extrudes. This is not the typical work of the shadow. This is all coming from a source. A loose, poorly handled magical artifact left to leak its foul energies into everything around it. Well, let's go nose. Magically is turning up the name of an elderly and eccentric professor whose home address I have acquired from the university. By all accounts, he is absent-minded enough to keep a dangerous occult text in his house. I have to recover it, and I have to recover it now. Thankfully, the vile air in this place makes my mind heavy and confused, which some way goes to suppress the aching terror I should feel at the prospect. So this is a roguelike Lovecraftian game, and we have 3 days to find which god, which ancient one is. Oh god, that was ancient one is trying to attack. We get clues. We gotta figure it out. Do the incantation and those things. Anxiety seems to be getting the better of me. I feel hot and nauseous and my hands don't stop shaking. Hopefully it will pass. Nice. And we're in the UK. Oh, there is little glitches like that where you just sort of... Oh. Ooh, the Yellow God has no particular interest in our realm. It seems to consider us unworthy of any action, good or bad. This so as V can understand the motions of such a creature. Motivations of such a creature. Okay, so what we can do is get a table. The Yellow God is not an invader. There we go. This way. I shall continue to run for my life. That's what the game said. Now we flee. Austin, the town has lost to the shadow, and nothing I could have done to change that. But perhaps with what I have recovered here, I can finally be the last. Right. Well, we know Stonehenge is messed up, but this is the shortest distance, so we'll go to Burnham. So we drive between different towns in the UK, starting in Scotland by the look of it, and driving our way through to find it. Ooh, we have a text. I've got sightings of an enemy minion in Armsrow that need exterminating. If you have the time to sort this out, you won't be go unrewarded. Where's the place? Right, if we go... I'm trying to work out about the quickest route. We've got 13 hours to get there, so we need to drive this way. So, as we keep driving, we'll hopefully hit the next town. Might as well enter it while we're here. This town is suffering from an infection with small cuddling creatures, too large to be rats, not mentioning too aggressive and too organised. It is clear this is the only beginning of something terrible. I feel that it will be long these creatures grow larger and bolder, or someone gets monstrous infection from a scratch. Hopefully this won't waste too much time. The local time have already mounted the origin of the creatures and claim to have looked everywhere and found nothing. From this I deduce that the nest is somewhere the council prefers not to talk about. I found what I was looking for in a slum district inhabited by homeless people and street prostitutes, all whom were given the wide berth to a particular abandoned tenement building, thought to be haunted. Well, we know where the monsters are. I don't have enough bullets. It's gonna be fun. That's strange. A single diary page has been stuck here. At least I'll have something to read when it's over. Yeah, they're like collectibles. Could try and pick the lock. Yeah, I'm not going to try that. Okay. Found an ancient 9mm pistol with 2 unused bullets in the clip. So we have some bullets. Kind of what I needed. Locker. What's in the locker? Someone left a key ring here. Well, I can now open all the locked doors, so start. Look at this. We've got 3 9mm bullets. You'll probably hear me. Interesting, the name Koth, as well as the associated symbol, is only ever inscribed in red pigment. To do otherwise is to consider ultimate blasphemy. So, Koth is red. Oh. So the different aspects of the gods will change each time. A small bottle of... Oh, we gain some health. Still haven't found what's causing the issue in here. I shall go up and to the left then. Probably some sort of nest. That's dead. What we got? 9mm rounds. Nice. Oh, that's a dead body. There's a corpse here. Something must have been torn from their bowels and lowered torso apart in the state of an animalistic frenzy. Oh, we have ammo from dead body. Oh, God. There we go. In the case of 4 rune incantation, the first rune denotes the recipient of the spell. In the banishment ritual, for example, it would be the rune of the creature being banished. Nothing importance left. Well, no more loot, so we'll head out. Just run sideways. Don't know if we had stamina. Oh God. Our sanity's still pretty good, so we might be alright. I just love the noise the insects make because okay. Yes. Creature's still infest every crack and shadow of the town, but I have ensured they will no longer breed. A combined effort by the locals will be enough to exterminate the remainder and move on. Right, so... go to Stonegate? Even though that technically says we're going across the water, but... let's go. What was I say? We know where your children sleep. They will be eaten first, greased and split, roasted alive as they howl for their father. Well, that's great. Small hardware and general supply store. The owners are selling off their stock quickly in order to move somewhere safe. Yeah, when your sanity drops, that happens. Drawn to a house accessible mystery flashlight. Okay. We now have a flashlight. So it's going to get a bigger range. Okay. Look left and go in our inventory. So equip that. Okay. Right. So over here we have first aid kit to heal ourselves. We have drugs to restore our sanity, but only used temporarily. Spells. We haven't learned any spells yet. We'll just heal up as well. Okay. Well, I'm going to need to find a... hospital. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious to the shadow. My heart filled pain and heavy as I'm confronted. So I want to go to the hospital first. Filled it. Oh, we don't have enough of that. Right, let's go find supplies then. Waste an hour, but we need money. We need these. Get two of those, but we won't need them anytime soon. Right. We'll need to... oh, we don't want to do that. We want to go to Armslow. Let's go. Hopefully it won't take too long. I do like the little clock in the corner that clicks down time. It's quite useful. We were at the place, enter the Elms Row. As soon as I arrive, I see creatures of the shadow infesting the streets, attacking wantonly. The people are making a valiant effort to fight them off, but the struggle could go either way. I prepare to lend my effort to the resistance. Well, that was simple. Bullets. Frankly, my small contribution has been enough to turn the tide, and I'm able to give advice on future defence. Local authorities are grateful when I none too discreetly mentioned the posted reward. Seemed happy to pay it promptly. The town is calm and peaceful. No, that's safe. Arms Row is now safe. Let's head across to Falkland. I haven't really got a destination to go to yet, so... that says 2012 and the previous thing said 2015. I don't expect a reply to this, but I'm not going to sit and fret about whether you will. Just stay safe and maybe one day we'll see each other. Yay, sanity. I only dozed off for a moment. Something hit my bumper, rattled across the roof, and landed in a heap behind the car. I gripped the steering wheel, momentarily, paralysed with horror at what I could have just done. I want to check, but I also know it's probably a monster. To my relief, the person I hit, for it seems to be human, is already standing by the time I got out for him. But for a few bruises, he seemed unharmed. Repeatedly, he seems to be paralytically drunk. His hand remained clamped around the whiskey bottle throughout the entire deal. He seems easygoing about the accident, but in truth barely seems aware of it. He doesn't look like he's been this way for long. I suspect he may have chosen to face the shadow. A pitiful man, but once I was back on the road again, I began to envy him. At least it wasn't too bad. Well, see what's going on in the town. Yeah, I'm sure it said 2015 earlier, but cool. The town is calm and peaceful. Got any cash, really? Let's have a look. Let's try that one. See if we get, like, a trigger or something. See what it tested. Aha! We have something. Reports have reached me of a mysterious pests rising up from the ground at numerous places. They are attacking randomly, killing cats, stealing food, and injuring people. A situation like this is just the first sprouting seed of a total invasion by the shadow. It starts with pretty petty nuisances, killing pets and ruining crops, and sooner or later it escalates to missing people being found half devoured. I must root out the nest before it reaches that point, so let's go find the vest. The local council have already mounted a hunt for the origin of the creatures. Claim to have looked everywhere but found nothing. Therefore, they deduced that the nest is somewhere the council didn't want. So it's in the same sort of place as it was the last place we were, so let's go investigate. Find and destroy the nest. Diary page, yeah. I might actually read through the ones I've got so far. Found a set of keys, so we can unlock all the doors. This is convenient. I found the nest. Bring on the crazy bullets. Orange God doesn't appear to be able to physically survive in our universe. The threat it poses to us is very real, but frankly indirect. Still need some loot though. I'm kind of a bit low on the bullets side. Oh, the symbol. That's always helpful. This, however, is evidence. The Bitty rune has been inscribed on the wall here in red. A generic prayer to a god, but not necessarily the god perverting this place. It could be essentially for associated deity. Have we got anybody red? So, did they say associated? So sorry, the god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. Well. Oh, so. Interesting, the Geonix is a symbol associated only with the ever inscribed in the yellow pigment. So, Geonix. What was the clue? Ah, right, so Geonix. There we go. We have more clues. Clues are helpful. That was a locked door. Oh yeah. Leaving a room with monsters still alive loses your sanity. Dusky breathing mask. So what the mask does, it halves our toxic damage. Ew. Wait, thank you. Discarded shoulder stock. I don't completely get the UI, and this is a bit stodgy, but... Oh, we got bullets. Bullets are useful. Oh god, invisible bloody enemies again. Let's get back. Information. We know a couple of the gods' colours associated with. No magic wand has been waved over the town to remove the shadow, but this infestation will be removed. It's certainly quieter. I make way back to the car, hoping that the remnant of this town's populace survives. We'll get back on my feet. Well, I think we'll work our way along the. I always forget which county that is. We'll work our way along the bump of England, starting with Salisbury, until we have something else to run. Huh? Are you hiding? Strange people keep coming and asking about you. I haven't told them anything. Ah, we got money. Money is always helpful. Got mystery. There's fighting on the streets of Stonegate. They could use some hands-on assistance. Well, let's have a look where Stonesgate is. Redirect. Go towards there. Time pass. I come heart-stoppingly close to running over a person sprawled out in the middle of the street. They are clearly alive, and judging by the way they shake and gibber violently, this is either a fresh possession by the shadow or someone who throws of comparatively ordinary illness. But I don't have any tranquilizers, so... Oh god. Try to remember the medical chamber, attempt to keep his jaws apart. I do so, and a hideous whip limb bursts out of his mouth and slashes me across the face. I spend the next few minutes pounding the remaining of the poor soul's head into the road. Maybe I should have watched. Never mind. Well, we don't need to stop here. We need to go to Arms Row. What's going on in Waterton? They say something very odd to happen here, so we need to go to Waterton. I don't know what all the symbols mean, like that's black, but we need to go to here. Then we'll head our way around to the black crosses. The silhouette figure of the side road seems to take on several monstrous qualities until it's illuminated by my headlights, which I see as an old man. Clad in tacky rags and flanking me down, he leans close to the car to get a quick view. His cracky face, his wide staring eyes, and the crust gathering is... Yeah, let's just drive off. It's not that. I'm not getting murdered by some strange monster. Right. We're at the right place now. Cool. Into town. As soon as I arrive, I see creatures of the shadow infesting the streets, attacking wantonly. The people are making a vigilant effort, but either way, pretty much I need to kill stuff. Ew, that comped on me. Thankfully, my school contribution turned the tide. I got 23 quid. Nice. That supplies. Let's get some normal bullets. Oh, sold out. Oh, no, I didn't want to. Wanted to get the. Oh, wait, yeah. I think I'd just rather halve the physical damage, to be honest. Right. Ooh. Foot holding Castleford is going to make his move soon. Do if you don't. So we need to go to. Okay, so back to Onslow. Help if I actually was just patient and just let the thing do its thing. Oh, what do you want? Remember, you're stronger than you think you are. A lesser person would be dead or breathing in the padded cell by now. That is true. But we have sanity. Well, we have extra sanity because we kind of did drugs, but... Alright. We need to go to Kidton. I don't want into the town. I want to go to Kidton. Are you going to Kidton? Good. Drive. As I stop briefly at a junction, a harassed-looking young man in rumpled clothes runs to my window and pleads to arrive in laboured breaths. He says there are dark forces at work in one of the safe towns and he's vitally important. Always clouds with gratitude in the passenger seat and asks me to head for Hope, the absolute importance to get there. I need to get to... Well, it's got 12 hours on it. So we will rush. What if we do? Set destination. Head to Castleford. Then we can always head back towards the tower and then maybe stop for the cross on the way. Open. Future of the species is in your hands. You're doing well so far, don't lose hope. Like a bit of sanity, even though we're on extra sanity. Right, was this the place we need to be? Yeah, we need to get in the town then. I brought to the problematic area and told that the payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude when I made my way inside. Objected, find the dimensional rift and seal it with incantation. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Like, this is where I can start to use spells, so it can be quite interesting. I have to... You have all these symbols, and you have to put the symbols in the right order to do it. What I don't like, though, is that you don't really just have an automatic melee button. or like an automatic melee weapon. Okay, that's... Oh, that's a dead corpse. The body lies at my feet. This body seems to have been ripped open in several places, and the wounds are pretty violated in unspeakable ways. Ooh, yummy. Oh, I missed something in the other room. Back in a sec. Chest. Where's that locker? Ugh. 2 unfired hollow point bullets. Yeah, I haven't worked out which enemies are good for which bullets, but... Small bottle of medicinal alcohol. Don't mind if I do. Right, this. 2 9mm rounds. Keep running all the... Oh, right. So we want to go... Yeah. Close the portal. The guide leaned close to the chest and intoned the words Shin Yu upon the lock sprang open with no apparent involvement of hand or tool. Oh, nice. We can unlock the back door then. Probably an enemy. I'm just about to lose goddamn sanity. There's a face. Last thing I remember is being absorbed into the soul-suffocating mass of the nightmarish creature. According to my dashboard clocks, that was 3 hours ago. I don't know how I returned to my car on the road somewhere. Romeo and Philip, my body and mind feel utterly wrecked and dread. Exactly. 3 hours. Oh, great. Oh, God. The shadow has definite foothold in Herdsby. Right. Well, that's, well, slightly close to where we need to be. Let's heal up first. Well, that was interesting. That's never happened to me before. Right. So we go to Arms Row. Then we can go drop that guy off. Found myself lost in the suburb over a considerable pale hangs. I feel a terrible thing lurking in the dark corners of the alleyways waiting for the opportunity. All against all odds, I found a garage owned by an untainted man. Once convinced of my humanity, he proudly showed me a modified terrain vehicle to escape to the possessed town. The scoped up engine roars indefinitely. It's too dangerous to stay, but the noise would surely attract minions of the shadow. Advise him on the noise. To point out the ideal escape vehicle would not attract attention, he seems to have taken personal insult. Ignoring my advice, he skulkily gets in the driver's seat and drives off, his powerful engine screaming all the way. I do not encounter any minions on my way to the suburb. I can only hope they were not following him. Well, that's sad. That was a flash of a face. Hi, I don't know you. A dream told me that I should help you. I've sent you £7. Let's get to 4 Hope. We need to get there. I'm forced to stop by an altercation in the middle of the road, and as an open car door I hear a hideous sound of several malformed throats gurgling viciously. The minions of the shadow have brought down some poor soul appearing to be arguing over what began the consuming victim. Let's murder some shit. Oh, so much fun. Oh, God. Man is dead, torn to ribbons by the relentless horrors, but in his hand I found details of placing Gorborough that seems to be of great interest in the minions of the shadow. Right, we'll make that the next... Oh, God, my sanity's gone to crap. Right, this was the place, right? Yeah. Into town. Something seems off about my passion as he steps out of the car without saying a word. A strange stiffness in his movements. On a hunch, I follow him, and he leads me to the part of town which virtually drips with foreboding. He meets me with a distinct entity under a hooded robe, and both vanish. Wherever my passion and mission was, I suspect the shadow's influence has subjugated it. It falls to me then to conclude the matter. Oh, God. It's gonna be fun. Rune again. Bitty. But we know from the notes that... Oh, He probably is the invader from just process of elimination. Yeah, this is absolutely darling. Oh, I died. Birth star added. Well, we got to level 4, and that was not too bad, I guess. So, ending G. Subject: the scholar. Bled to death from an untreated wound 25 hours before this ancient invasion. Managed to partially assemble the banishment ritual. Took a balanced approach to combat, but slightly favoured melee, exterminating 16 enemy minions with melee attacks. Learned one spell, but seemed to distrust magic and avoided making casual use of it. In the end, the subject was mentally shattered, narcotic-riddled corpse. Okay, we went a tiny bit crazy. So, say this is the end of this run then. So, I think I might do another one at another point. So, but until then, we shall look back at this. But until next time.